Hey there, Perhacs, and welcome to day number 7 of the 7-day Inception Protocol Challenge. And in this session today, I'm going to go over kind of a wrap up for everything, but I'm going to deep dive into some concepts that I think are really going to assist you in terms of how you get all of this to work cohesively together. Now, what my expectation is for this entire 7 days. And again, if you need to go back to any specific day, please do so and re-listen to the lesson and use the engagement. But by now you should already be putting in the flight time. You should be really taking these concepts in terms of these 6 powerful laws and integrating them into your world, into your, let me just check my microphone, make sure it's working. You know, I've done these things before where I thought, wow, this really went well. And then I find out that either I didn't hit the record button or the microphone wasn't working or whatever the case might be. And I always want to make sure, obviously, that we're a go so that it comes out. Anyway, so that's kind of those details. But let me just jump right into it. Not sure how long this is going to take, as long as it takes, but here's the deal, is you can always come back and watch it. You will have the slides that I'm presenting so that you can look at them. And I would say take notes, right? Take some notes as you're going through this material. It's really important. And this is kind of going to be the springboard from where you're at to where you're going. And like I've said to a lot of people, and you know what's funny is a lot of people have taken this 7-day Inception, even though they've done coaching with me, even though they've, you know, they're engaged with my entire coaching package, which is not, it's not inexpensive, right? I charge $15,000 for somebody for a year, which to some people might seem like a lot, but to others, it's probably, that's a fantastic, you know, discount off of some people. But that's what we're looking at. And those same people that paid that $15,000, they're saying, man, this 7 days, I love it. It is even making our coaching even more powerful. So think about that as we go through this. I want you to know that, you know, oftentimes when I promote something that's, I would say, relatively inexpensive, sometimes, and again, sometimes people will devalue it. Oh, it was only this much money. And so maybe it's not worth as much as if I paid $1,000, $1,500, $4,000, $5,000, $15,000, whatever the case might be. And the value is in the information that you're getting, regardless of what you paid for it. So even if you ran into me on the street and I were to impart my knowledge onto you for free, that doesn't mean that the information is free. It just means that you got it for free, you know, so on. So you've got this information, I believe, at a great value, and that you need to take it serious and not just say, oh, that was just something I got for X amount of dollars, right? Don't do that to yourself. I've never done that to myself. I've gotten a lot out of books that were a $5 book, $10 book, $20 book. And then I've gotten value out of coaches that I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars, $10,000s on, right? And I have done that. So when I tell you about coaching and whatnot, it's not like I've never done it before, because I've spent my money, I've invested, and for the right person, you need to do the same thing. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's just do this real quick. All right, so the secrets of mindset, domination, and vital energy. These are the 3 elements of peak performance to create massive transformation and breakthroughs. And that's really what it's about, folks. You'll be amazed, all right? Discover just how close you are to stepping into a new and more powerful version of yourself. And this really is a true statement, right? How close are you? And you can be amazed at how close you are. It's really a decision. You're a decision away from magnificent results. So why you should hang around? Over 20 years of formulating the Mind Force method, that's me. Thousands of successful men and women from all over the world, true story, And it says IR, but it really means I am. So that there's a typo. I am brutally honest with what it takes to actually get results for yourself, sometimes to a fault. And, but you know what? That's what I believe I need to be in terms of a coach, a mentor, somebody that's in teaching you something. I want to be brutally honest. I want to tell you what it's going to take, not give you some type of formula that's not going to work. That's not me. And this is a game changer. Again, it's a game changer when you make it a game changer. And again, that's up to you. But as we go through the material and as we've gone through this last 6 days, hopefully you've been creating some new habits, some new rituals that you can propel yourself forward, bottom line, right? So why should you take this seriously? The mindset domination auto-suggestion protocol that has never failed when used properly. Now, I know that's a large bill to fill, so to speak, right? It's never failed, right? Anytime you say never or always, it connotates this thing like, really? I mean, come on. But here's the deal, is that when I say auto-suggestion protocol that has never failed, it's because I know for a fact, and it's backed by scientific studies, that when you influence your mind enough, positive or negative, you will succeed. It's just the way it is. And that's been the entire discussion of these 6 powerful laws of the mind, right? Is that you're implanting these thoughts inside of your mind to get the results you want, not the results that you don't want. So who's this for? You have unrealized talents and abilities, right? So you've said, I feel like, I am a superstar, but for whatever reason, I'm not getting there, right? You've had success, but you don't know what's keeping you from hitting your next best level. So success is really subjective in a sense that you could be the best, like use an example of a professional athlete. You could be the best athlete in your sport, whatever, football, baseball, soccer, doesn't matter. But you still have unrealized potential of feeling that you could get to that next level, right? And we're all like that. I'm like that as well, right? You're tired of the ups and downs, feast or famine. Some people live in that realm where things are great for a short period of time, or they're terrible, right? And so what I want to do is I want to set a trajectory where it's more even, right? We talked about yin and yang. Well, I want to help you to understand that you got to have that balance, right? And you truly care about people. If you don't care about people, it's tough to get through life. And, that's what I'm looking for, people that care about others and they want to help others. And of course, as we went through the formula, the framework and all that kind of thing, you can see that the ultimate goal is to be able to heal somebody emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, right? You're not afraid of challenges, right? Anything worthwhile is worth fighting for, right? And everything is a challenge in life. As you start to get up that mountain, it's not easy. And if it is easy, it probably means that you need to up your game a little bit to make it a little bit more difficult. Challenge is good. Sometimes in society, people try to take the challenge away and make it easy for everyone. That's not what makes this world operate at the level that it is. If you look at anyone that's successful, whether they're from the United States, whether they're from the Russia, whether they're from Europe, whether they're from China, Japan, doesn't matter. They have had a challenge. Okay, you're open to real feedback without getting offended, right? I want you to win in our job. My job is results. Sometimes those results come with feedback that you might not like, because when you're making a breakthrough in a transformation, it's not easy. I mean, I have coaches that will say to me, Al, man, you're doing the wrong thing. You need to move, you need to pivot, you need to switch up. And it takes a real person, a real man or woman, to be able to take feedback and say, okay, and realize that the feedback is designed to make you better. It's not designed to make you feel bad or to belittle you or anything like that, right? That's what a coach does. A coach is going to help. A coach needs to extract the best of you, right? because you want to build sustainable energy, health, vitality, longevity, and wealth for yourself and your family, as well as any business that you might have. Again, because I coach personally, right? Health, wealth, longevity, but I also help people with business. I'm very versed in many different business aspects: marketing, sales, structure, metrics, that kind of thing. So it's not just feeling good, right? There's a lot more to it. Now, who's this not for, right? Is you have no value to offer people, which I don't believe anyone's like that. I think everyone has a value to offer, right? You're lazy. We always say in the many different businesses that I'm involved with, partners, is you can't control lazy. You can't change lazy. You can't change lazy or stupid. And when I define stupid, it's somebody that's probably lazy and doesn't want to learn, right? So if you're lazy, obviously you could probably just get off this workshop right now and do whatever you want to do. You like the idea of being high performance, you don't ever invest in yourself, right? And there's a lot of people like that. It's like, I want to be X, but I don't want to invest in myself, right? I'm going to try to get it in the cheapest way possible. I've never seen that to be possible, quite frankly. Most of the people I know that are successful have hired a mentor or a coach or a consultant, or, you name it. If you're in a business, you hire a consultant to come in and evaluate your business, right? May not be a coach or a mentor, but it's a consultant, right? You're not willing to put in a flight time. That probably comes down to lazy a little bit, but if you're not willing to put in the time, don't even do this, right? Don't even look at trying to get better, because you're not ready yet. It's just like getting in shape. You got to put in the flight time. You got to work out every day. You're closed-minded. You know everything already. I got to tell you, this is one of the biggest challenges that people run into, is that they know everything. I already know that, Al. I already know that. And I always say to them, hey, listen, if you know it, have you applied it? And are you continuing to apply it, right? It doesn't matter if you know something or everything. Nobody knows everything. First of all, I don't know everything. You don't know everything. And you've got to have an open mind, right? I think I may have mentioned to you guys before, is that right now I'm working with a mentor and a coach who's just turned 30 years old. Crazy, right? All of my kids are older than 30, right? Not all of them, actually. My youngest is 25, but all my kids are over 30. And yet here's somebody that is mentoring me, coaching me, that's 30 years old. Probably a lot of you wouldn't do that, right? I will do that because I'm going to learn from the people that have information that I need to know. I don't care how old they are, 30 or 80, doesn't matter. And, if you're looking for the next shiny gimmick, tactic, or strategy, and what happens here is that a lot of times people will say, they'll get started on something and then something else pops. Oh, well, let me get on that. And then there's something else and then let me get on that. And so what happens is they never have consistency. They never set with a method in order to get the results of that method, because they're always switching up, right? It's like, again, I relate a lot of things to working out because it makes sense when you consider things to working out. So you look at people that are dieting, right? They try low carb one week, they try keto the next, they try low fat, they try vegan, they try carnivore, and they keep switching up, and there's no consistency, right? You need to be consistent with something. You try something, you're consistent with it for 90 days and you get the results, or you don't get the results and you switch up, right? Pretty simple. But when you jump on every little gimmick, shiny object syndrome is what it's called, is you never have the consistency to get the results that you want, right? And then the last is you've never taken a chance on yourself fully. So you've never risked. You've got to risk in order to get that reward. And even as little as that risk is, sometimes it is, you have to do it. I'll give you a good example. I spoke with somebody just a week or so ago, and she was a lovely lady. And we were talking about, she wanted to start a business. She had a fantastic idea. And one of my first questions to her was, hey, I would love to coach you. But before we get started, how much money do you have to invest every single month in your marketing or advertising budget? Right? And she said, I really don't have any budget, or, I don't really have any money to set aside for that, or I haven't even thought of it. And I said to her, well, for you to coach with me, I'm going to be dead honest with you, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to be successful. And you need to have an ongoing advertising and marketing program. I won't even let you hire me if you don't already have that sorted out. Now, again, this woman's looking to hire me for several $1,000s, but I'm not going to let her hire me if she doesn't have the risk investment in order to move the business forward. Because otherwise, I can give her all this great information, but if we don't have the engine, the generator to help her, my coaching is probably not going to be that good for her. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it's a crapshoot. I always tell people when I talk to them on the phone, I say, I don't fail. You might fail, but I'm not going to fail, you see. And I'm going to tell you exactly the straight scoop. If you don't like the straight scoop, that's totally up to you. But anyway, you've got to take a chance on yourself. You got to understand the risk, the reward, the investment. Who am I, right? You might know this already. That's okay. A. Thomas Perhacs. I go by Al. I was a competitive bodybuilder when I was a teenager. You can see a picture up there. And that early on taught me discipline, right? Because you had to diet, you had to work out all the time. And it was a very, very strict regimen. When my buddies were out partying and eating Big Macs and all that kind of stuff, I was eating boiled chicken and broccoli and tuna fish out of a can. And I was sacrificing, even while my friends were out partying, drinking beer, having a good time. And so I learned discipline at a very early age. It was self-discipline. Nobody told me to do that. I wanted to do that. And so, that was a very, very important part of my life when I was young. Between 17 and 19, I did that. Over 20 years of training in multiple esoteric arts and sciences. I've been doing everything, right? I've taught thousands of people from all over the world these methods successfully. Martial art black belts in several styles, published author, creator, visionary behind the Mind Force method. And I've been teaching and refining, creating new systems, programs, and courses to accelerate the process of the mind-body-spirit connection. And I'm a real person. I'm not hiding behind anything. This is my real name. It's not a pen name. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, that I know so many people that teach stuff that it's just BS because they've never really done it. They're just teaching it. They read about it somewhere and they created a course and it's bogus, right? I'm not bogus. I'm real. I'm ready to put my methods on the line, right? When I coach somebody, I get into the fire with them. In fact, when I coach salespeople, I always tell them that I will go into the fire with you. I am going to teach you. And I said, I want you to hold my feet to the fire so that I can get you the very best results that I possibly can. That's just my personality. I believe that's the best way to do it, right? Before I get going, I want you to think on this. You need to surround yourself with those on the same mission as you. And if you've seen some of my other training, you've seen this photograph. To me, this is power, right? These beautiful, strong, magnificent cats that are they are on a mission, right? And we don't know what that mission is, but they are there. And this is kind of the way you've got to look at your life. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they the same type of people that you are that are on the same mission to get the results? And this takes introspection. This takes going into your, I'm checking my microphone to make sure, okay, it's still on. Is you're going into this introspection and you're saying, who are the people that I'm hanging around with? Are they on the same mission as me? And so that's what, again, bring it back to the health, right? So if everyone you know smokes cigarettes and drinks constantly and does drugs and does things that are, probably not the best for you, you're going to be like that. Otherwise, you got to remove yourself from that situation. You want to be on the people like this like these cats. They look serious, don't they? They look like they are on a mission and they are going to accomplish that mission. That's what I want you to be like. Print this out, put it on your wall, put it on your screensaver. It's powerful stuff. There are 3 types of people. There are those that want to do things totally on their own. They want to reinvent the wheel, right? Hey, I hear what you're saying, but I want to do this, okay? And then there are those who want to do it by themselves, but follow a system of success, and that's self-paced. They're like, hey, I don't need coaching. I can do it on my own, and that's cool. That was I did that in the beginning, right? And then there's those who use a mentor and coach. They commit, they put their best foot forward to transform themselves and have massive breakthroughs at a rapid pace. Obviously, the first one is somebody that takes a lot longer to get the results than the other two. Somebody that has a mentor or coach gets there faster. Bottom line, if you want to get to the finish line faster, you hire a mentor or coach, because the difference between self-paced and mentor and coach is somebody can kind of guide you and say, okay, you're doing a great job, but we need to just tweak you just a little. We need to move you over just a bit. We need to modify slight little tweaks. You see, it's called these slight tweaks, right? And that's really what makes the difference between success and not being as successful. One of my mentors always used to refer to it as slight edge, right? It's not a lot, right? You don't always have to have this much of a difference. You just need, if you're driving down a road, right, like this, straight ahead, and you don't need to turn totally right. All you need to do to get off the course is to navigate just a little bit, and all of a sudden you're totally on a different path. And a mentor and a coach keeps you on that straight path, right? Big stuff, big time. Imagine what your life would look like if you could create a powerful vision, an unbreakable strategy, dominant mindset to set a pathway to reach your goals in as little as 90 days. If you've seen my 4 videos on vision, strategy, mindset, and skill set, they kind of encompass, they're very short videos, but they'll encompass that process. And I want you to focus on and answer that question. What would my life look like when I can create that powerful new vision, strategy, mindset of myself? Think on this. A lot of this workshop is thinking time. I read a really good book recently, and the author talked about thinking time, right? You can call it meditation, contemplation, but it's thinking time and thinking, okay, what am I doing right? What am I doing? What can I adjust? What can I do better? And as we went through the 7 days, I talked about the plan, do, review, right? Very powerful stuff. Again, these are slight edges that get you where you need to go. Bottom line, right? So during our short time together, I'm going to reveal this and more. Stay until the end, and I'll give you one of the most powerful mindset domination tools that you can immediately use, and you're going to love it. Does this sound like you, right? You always have big dreams, but you keep missing it. No energy, and you lack vitality. Lack of self-confidence. Self-confidence is one of the biggest things I work on with people. And it's the biggest thing that's going to be the game changer in your life. Self-confidence and self-image. Aren't building enough health, energy, and boy, I don't know what that last word is for yourself. Constantly stressed out. You don't know how to control your mind. You aren't earning what you should be. Undervalued and underappreciated by your, let's say, either in business or your relationship or your job, right? You might have money, but other areas of life suffer. I work with a lot of people who are extremely successful financially, and yet other areas of life are a struggle. Relationships with their kids, their wife, their significant other. You don't regularly work out or eat right. You don't invest in yourself, and your life seems too complex. So this is kind of a list. And again, you're going to get this list. And again, I want you to go down each item and say, is this me? And if it's not, that's cool. But if it is, you want to make adjustments. So awesome news. If any of this feels like you, none of these things are your real problem. The real problem is that you haven't made the 3 tectonic shifts I'm about to talk about. And again, shifts are designed, transformation, breakthroughs are designed to be ongoing. It's not one time. Oh, I had a transformation one time 20 years ago. That's not what a transformation or breakthrough is. It's continual. That's what it's all about. What you need to know to become a mind force specialist. Now, this is my thing, mind force specialist. If you're going another route, that's totally up to you. But they know how to control their mind for results. And of course, this whole program has been about the 6 powerful laws of your mind. They understand internal energy and how to use internal energy. Now, we didn't really cover internal energy as much in the 7 days, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about that today because I want you to understand it's all integrated. They have a calm and relaxed mindset where maybe, and again, this is a lot of things. I've worked with so many people in the business sector who are so high-powered that they can't calm down and relax. And so I need to get them relaxed. I need to get them feeling good and understanding that they are in control in a relaxed way, okay? They have minimal stress. That's a mind force specialist because you create it yourself. You create less stress. When you get stressed, you know how to get rid of it. They love life and every day is an adventure. Again, because they know where they're going, they're focused, and every day is a joy. They have systems that allow greater impact, and that's what we're going to talk about, is they have systems that allow them to get where they want to go. They understand the secret to accelerating their success is investing in themselves. I invest in myself all the time. I invest money, time, effort. I always seek out people to help me. Again, like I said, regardless. They experience greater respect, admiration, and appreciation from their spouse and their family because people see that they're unique. They exude an energy that people want to be around. And that's really the most significant part, right? So why this method is different, right? I use the unique Mind Force method 9-step process that includes both hard and soft skill development to super infuse your body with vital energy and harness mindset domination to become a controller, a preeminent controller of mind, body, and spirit. Now, what is hard and soft? Hard is something that you have definitive results with. So when I work with somebody in business and we say we're going to grow your business by 30%, that's a hard result because I'm going to focus and we're going to get a hard number, right? Somebody says to me, I want to earn X amount of dollars this year, and that's a hard number that we're going for. Soft skill development is that self-image, that confidence, right? It's harder to quantify, right? I hope you create better self-confidence, self-image. It's soft, all right? Because it's not as qualified as saying, okay, we're going to help you earn an extra X amount of dollars this year, this month, this week, whatever the case might be. You need to become preeminent, right? Preeminence is distinction, excellence, and supremacy of skills. Skills that will separate you from others. And that's what I teach, right? Even those who think they already understand the matrix of the esoteric or internal. I can't tell you how many people who have been yoga instructors, qigong instructors, practitioners, Reiki practitioners, healers, psychics, martial artists, business people, hypnotists, and they come into this training and they leave and they say, I can't believe it was that good because I've enhanced my skills exponentially as a result of understanding the process. Again, it's becoming preeminent, right? Distinction, excellence, supremacy of skills, and I'm going to teach you that if you allow me. Your objective, should you accept it, is no matter what the new endeavor is, no matter what the cost, there's a natural fear of the unknown. And I want you to embrace the fear and take action. I learned a long time ago, action cures fear. Anything that you're afraid of, regardless, you take action and it will start to reduce that fear. And I know that there's going to be fear. There's going to be resistance. We all have resistance of the unknown, right? So you're looking at a program like this and you're saying, should I really do it? Is it going to work? Is it for me? Can I stick to it? All these questions come up, and that's okay. I want you to understand it. So it's perfectly okay. There's a natural fear, anything you do that's new, but I want you to embrace it. I want you to be the type of person that says, I'm going to embrace the fear. I'm going to take action and I'm going to make it happen. That's, if you just got that one thing from this workshop, this would be worth so much to you to embrace the fear and take action. You know, with all the craziness going on in the world today, you can look at it and you can be fearful. You can ball up into the fetal position and not take action. Or you can say, I'm going to go right into the fear and I'm going to take action, right? Powerful stuff. This is as real as it gets, right? Most people have a low self-image, a low self-esteem and image of themselves, and won't let themselves believe this kind of power is real or for them. It's always for somebody else, right? Many have followed shallow gurus who talked the talk, but didn't back it up with a method that works. So they have doubts. And I've had people like that. I mean, I've trained with people that gave me some decent information, but they didn't back it up with action, and they didn't live the way they were talking. They would tell you one thing and do another. And even though I could learn from that person, right? Because I took the skills that they were teaching me as far as a role model or somebody that I could believe in, I couldn't do it, right? And many are afraid to invest in themselves for fear of failure. Again, coming back to that fear of failure. It's real. There's also fear of success. Take bold action today. Don't wait, right? Decide on your vision, create a strategy or follow one that's already successful, and then you develop a powerful mindset. And actually, I probably should add a slide to this or a bullet, and that would be the skill set, right? Because in order to get where you're going, you need to add a skill set. And we're going to talk about some skill sets here that you can learn that I'll teach you that are going to propel you forward in your life, set a trajectory that's amazing, right? Two things hold people back: fear and doubt. We've talked about that before, the fear axis, right? But doubt, right? They doubt that what they're doing is real. They doubt that what they're doing is the answer. They doubt themselves. Oh, I know you can do it, Al, but I don't think I can do it. I saw that somebody else could do it, Al, but I don't think I can do it. And see, you've got to remove that fear and doubt, because if you don't, it's going to create anxiety, right? So you get that fear and doubt, and all of a sudden you got this anxiety, and you get frozen, and you can't move forward because you've got that fear and doubt that's created this anxiety in your life that you can't project forward. You can't make that move. And it's so important you understand these concepts, and we're all like this. The question is, how quickly can you get out of the fear, doubt, and anxiety trap? I'll show you how to remove fear and doubt in a little bit, but first, let me introduce you to Mike. This is a great story. You're going to love it. It's true. It's real. No bullshit. Mike believed, as a high-performance business owner, investor, Mike was searching for a way to increase his energy, vitality, and receive relief from health issues. Within the first 30 days of working with me and the Mind Force method, he was able to significantly increase his overall energy and vitality, as well as decrease the medications he was on. And Mike followed the plan I worked on together. So again, here's somebody that came in extremely successful financially, right? But he had these underlying energy, vitality, and health issues, and he wanted to get off medications. He wanted to get healthier. He wanted to get his mind so he wasn't getting triggered all the time. You know, one of the first conversations I had with him, he says, man, some kids flipped me off in a traffic situation, and I stopped the car and got out of the car, and I was ready to get in a fight with them. And I said, that's, you know, for a guy that's in his 50s, that you don't need to be doing things like that. Number one, you could hurt somebody, or number two, you could get hurt yourself. And the other thing is, you're hurting yourself internally by getting triggered like that, right? So that was kind of our first conversation. It's important, right? In addition to getting his health issues under control, he had his biggest income month ever and earned $110,000 for 1 month, right? When combining vital energy and mindset domination methods, you can accelerate your life in amazing ways. Now, in full disclosure, the fact of the matter is he was already earning about $40,000 a month, right? So obviously, but still, I mean, that's an incredible increase of over $60,000 in 1 month by applying the principles that we have, and he getting himself in a place where he could attract more, right? He could magnify what he wanted more than ever before. Okay. And of course, his results aren't typical. But the fact of the matter is, if you were making, let's say, $5,000 a month and you went from 10,000 to 10,000, that'd be pretty darn good, wouldn't it? It'd be really nice. And that's the way you gotta look at it, right? That's the way you gotta look at it. What is your biggest frustration when it comes to getting real results in your life, your business, job, or getting into the best damn shape of your life? I want you to think about this. Again, thinking time. What is your biggest frustration? It might be something that's not even on this list, but I want you to think about it. Write it down. What is my biggest frustration? I do this regularly. What is my biggest frustration this week, this month, this year, this 6 months, this 90 days? And because if you don't answer the question, you won't have the answer. How can you get a result if you don't know where you're at? Bottom line, right? Now let's talk about something that's totally going to change your life. The three big tectonic shifts. A tectonic shift is one that has massive impact or change. T shift number 1, vital energy. Why you can learn how to build up your energy for more power and vitality. T shift number 2, mindset domination. Why lack of mindset domination is the number 1 reason you're not getting the results you think you should. And then T shift number 3 is consciousness creating. Why you must strive to be more aware of the subtle energies around you to create a powerful consciousness. Let's talk about this. So T shift number 1, why you can learn how to build up your energy for more power and vitality. So vital energy, which I call chi, QI, it's also spelled chi, or chi. It's also spelled CHI. It's also spelled ki, KI. It's called prana, obviously a lot of names for it, is a biological process that can be developed just like aerobic, jogging, or anaerobic weightlifting training. So you can create your energy just like you can create aerobics. You can create better aerobic conditioning, or even better muscle size. You can do the same thing. There's a specific sequence of specialized techniques to create both forceful, which is called yang energy, and relaxed yin power. Vital energy is a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual element that can be used instantly if you know how to do it. Now, most people watching this, I would assume you're already into the energetic aspect of it, because most people that look me up are there, right? But I want you to really think about this from this standpoint, right? Is having an energetic method that really, really works. Not something that's just conjecture, or somebody says you do this and you can feel the energy, but you really can't feel it. I'm going to give you physical exercises and energy that you can feel. Real chi, okay? T shift number 2 is why lack of mindset domination is the number 1 reason you're not getting the results you desire. So mindset domination is the specific integration of subliminal suggestions and affirmations combined with the vital energy. When you take the mindset domination and the vital energy and you separate them, it makes it less effective. But when you add the energy and the mindset domination, it creates exponential ability to achieve what you're looking for. The mind force method of mindset domination has a 100% success rate when used properly. And I mentioned this before, and it's because you're dealing with the mind, and you can influence the mind. 100% success. Now, again, when you use it properly. If you don't use it properly, that success rate goes down depending, right? You must use specific sequences with specific combinations of self-talk and unique technology advancements to create a nuclear effect that is what I call mindset domination. T shift number 3, consciousness creating the spiritual connection within you, right? Using specialized methods to tap into your creative consciousness, learning the skills of awakened awareness, where your visions will take on more magnified clarity. So this kind of goes into the spiritual and psychic aspects that I mentioned as we were going through this information. Becoming conscious may for the first time maybe for the first time in your life. For those of you who are already awake, I'll provide advanced methods not taught anywhere else unless you want to travel to India, China, Russia, or Japan. So when you think about this consciousness creating, just wanted to come back live real quick, is I've had people pay me thousands of dollars to just learn this consciousness creating. And I've had some people say, listen, I just want to learn this spiritual aspect so I can tap into the spiritual side of my life. And then I've had other people pay me thousands say, I don't want to really feel that, right? They want to be just more in the physical world. And there's a combination that you will learn that allows you to be able to tap into this very unique spiritual essence that you can learn elsewhere. But the methods that I teach you are going to get you amazing results. And I think you're going to like it. So let's go back to the information here. So let's see here. So the question is, have you read and applied the 6 powerful laws of the mind, right? If not, why not? Obviously you're here, so I'm assuming you already have, but you always ask yourself the question, why or why not? And if you haven't, break open that book right now, listen to the audio. It doesn't take that long. And now the next part is going to be very interesting to you, and I believe is going to be worth incredible value. What does this cryptic image have to do with you? And this cryptic image is directly related to a video that I did a while back. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll get you access to this video that breaks down this concept, but I'm going to explain it to you right now. But the video is probably goes into even more in depth than I'm going to do here and the way I draw it out and whatnot. But the core of mind force and vital energy. So this is a good representation of your energy, right? You've got this energy, and you notice the person standing there creating this wave of energy, and then you've got that mind force head in the middle. So it's really the combination of the mind force and vital energy, right? Or chi. The energy flows where the attention goes. This is an ancient saying, but it's true, right? So if you can build up an amazing amount of energy, but you've got to learn how to direct your attention properly. Now, if your attention's not accurate, if your attention's not correct, if your attention is off, then the energy that's going to that attention could yield disastrous results. And I'll tell you why. Mindset domination is omnipotent. And when you have fear, doubt, worry, anger, and anxiety, and you're building up a vital energy, the vital energy that you're building up is going to be filled with these elements: fear, doubt, worry, anger, and anxiety. And so what happens is, even though you've got a high level of great energy, because of these mental issues, the energy becomes very, very stagnant and will not serve you in the way you want to be served. And you can see the energy is going out, but the energy is going out with fear, doubt, worry, anger, anxiety. Could be other elements as well, other negative emotions, but these are the main ones. And so again, mindset domination is omnipotent. I want to teach you that instead of those other elements is that you put in faith, confidence, happiness, bliss, abundance, right? And so when you have this type of thought pattern, the energy that you're sending out is so much more powerful in order to get you results. And this is one of the reasons why people who do law of attraction will say to me, I've done law of attraction, but I haven't been able to attract what I really wanted. And oftentimes their energy is pretty good, but it's this mindset domination. They've got conflicting thoughts. And as we went through the 6 powerful laws, you can't have double thoughts, because otherwise the negative is probably going to override the positive in most cases, unfortunately, right? That's why you've got to use a block technique so that you can get away with it. Now let's talk about the 9-step process, the 6 pillars of power, and the triad. So the simple 9-step process, I went through this with you the other day during one of the days. I can't remember which day it is, but we talked about the inception, progression, transformation. This is the process, right? So this is the 7-day inception, and we're going to go through assess skills, discovery and diagnosis, target and game plan. And again, I'm not going to go as detailed as I did the other day because we already went through it. Tactics for breakthrough, ritual development, core exercises, and then a feedback loop, unblock and release, and then revitalize and transform. Actually, on the progression, I actually went backwards. It goes target, game plan, to core exercises, to ritual development, tactics for breakthrough, and then feedback loop. So again, this is a set process. And again, like I said the other day, is this process could take you 90 days. You could get through this process in a week, depending upon where you're at. Some people start at different levels. Like, for instance, I mentioned Mike. Mike went through this process very quickly. Within the first 30 days, he had changed himself so much, probably more so than some people that go through the process in 12 months. But that's individual, right? And then this is the 6 pillars, the framework for esoteric transformation, in that you've got your quantum qigong, your esoteric meditations, which is focus, right? Quantum qigong is energy. You've got psychic power, which is your clarity, healing methods, vitality, manifestation and abundance, which is abundance. And then of course, hypnotic influence, mindset, domination is power, right? So this is your 6 pillars. And this is what I'm going to teach you, should you so desire to jump in and learn these things. You're going to learn these 6 pillars and how they all integrate together to give you magnificent results. And it also is used in what I call the chi triad, right? Spiritual chi, mental chi, and physical chi. You've got a mental energy, you got a physical energy, and then you've got this spiritual energy. And any one of these that are lacking, you want to build up again so that they're all working together so that you get the results that you desire. So crafting a future life. This is, when you look at goals, I talked about having a goal or a vision, and then putting together a plan, and then you have action, you have a plan, or you have a goal. I'm sorry, you have a vision, right? Or a dream, you have a goal, you have a plan, and then you have the action on the plan. Well, I want you to start thinking in terms of these 90-day, 12 months, and 3-year chunks, right? So 90 days is a great methodology that I use. Every 90 days, I have a new game plan to go out and achieve certain things, right? And then I have a 12-month game plan, and then I have a 3-year game plan. Now, you could even go further out and say 7 years and 10 years, 20 years. You can go as far as you want. But on the backside of the 30 days, obviously, and again, I kept it simple here, is on the backside of the 90 days, you have a 30-day game plan, then you have a weekly game plan, then you have a daily game plan, right? And that's how you start to get results. So your daily ritual, right? A daily ritual builds up to a weekly ritual, which builds up to a monthly ritual, which builds up to every month, 3 months, 12 months, and then you're getting real results. You see, as I mentioned before, you don't eat once, you don't work out once, you don't sleep once. It's continual. Same thing's true here. And that's the way you got to understand. So what's holding you back? And I want you to ask yourself this question: what's holding me back? And write down. It might be a lot of things. I don't know what it is, right? If you and I get on the phone and talk, we can get that out in the open. What's holding you back, right? And that's a question I ask a lot of people. You've tried other systems that didn't work for you. And there's probably many reasons why they didn't. But why now? There's no better time than now to do anything, regardless. Because what happens is if you don't do something now, oftentimes what happens is you put it off, you never do it. So make a decision now. Again, doesn't matter to me if you work with me or not. I think it's a great decision, but I need you to make a decision for yourself. It's not for me, it's for you. So what is your next step? You want to set up a mindset call. You obviously want to start an energy and mindset domination practice. Mind Force Library is a great place to start. or do nothing and stay the same, right? Those are your three options, right? Set up a mindset call. I'll give you 30 minutes of time where we can literally go through what you're looking for and kind of set up the steps. I'll give you your options. I'm going to outline some of the options for you in just a few minutes. And then we're going to start you on an energy and mindset domination pathway that's going to allow you to start getting real tangible results. How would it feel to wake up every morning and have the powerful yet relaxed energy and mindset domination of a high performer? Again, I want you to think about that. How would I feel to wake up powerful yet relaxed and have that mindset domination? Really think about this. Here's the caveat, is you have to be willing to put in the flight time and create the right habits and rituals that will set you up for continuous breakthroughs and transformations. You know, when I do my coaching, I always tell somebody, I said, listen, if you're willing to listen to me and invest the time, put in the flight time, I will promise you any level of success that you desire. And I'm going to tell that to you right now. I'm going to make the same commitment to you. But again, that flight time, that is the element. You can take all the plans, all the strategies, all the visions, but if you don't put in that flight time and the effort, you will not get results. That's the bottom line. And that's the hard equation, right? And you've got to make that decision. I'm going to put in the flight time. Now, when I say flight time, doesn't mean you need to be, 24/7, but you start putting together the rituals that you need to become successful. That could be 30 minutes. It could be an hour. It could be 15 minutes. It could be 10 minutes. In the beginning, it could be 5 minutes. And then you progress from there. Tectonic shifts, quick recap: building up massive vital energy, developing your mindset domination, and consciousness creating. Those are the things that you want to focus on. Having these three things working for you gives you a clear path to building sustainable future impact in your life. And what I should have said is in all areas of your life. That's the nice thing about this, is it's not just for health. It's not just for energy. It's not just for business. It's not just for relationships. It's not just for spiritual. You can integrate it into all of those things. Wherever you feel like you're deficient, you need to have a better increase. So you have choices, right? I've done what I said I was going to do, and I've broken down those three biggest elements. I've found that allows people to have massive transformation and breakthrough in their life. Now you get to decide your next plan of action. Number one is back to life as usual. You've gone through the 7 days and you go back to living an underperforming, under-earning, stressed life. Now, if you're in a performing life, then that's fantastic. But I find most people are underperforming, they're under-earning, they're stressed out. You're back to being in the knowing zone and having a lot of desire, but no real clarity on how to actually get to the application zone. So you want to go from knowing to application. And you can say, thanks, Al, but I think I'd like to go back and trying to figure this out all by myself on my own, right? And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But there is another option. You want to make this a defining moment of your life. You said, I had enough. I'm sick of not being the person of value that I know I'm worth. I'm sick of letting the issues and challenges in my life control me instead of the other way around. It's time to win. You ultimately have control over the things you do and the results you've seen in this class. They each had to get sick of being the same and get on the phone with me to talk about what change looks like. You can say, I want to create massive change because you've done it for yourselves and for countless others. And I know you can do it for me too. Again, you got to make that commitment. Don't let this be just another moment where you learn something and you go, hey, that was nice. And then you kind of walk away from it, never utilize it, and never fully grasp its power to take you where you want to go. That's the saddest thing that could happen from this session, is that it just becomes something that you said, hey, that was some nice information. And then you just go on your merry way and you never really utilize it, and you never get the power that you desire and that you deserve, quite frankly. Right? That's really what this is all about, is getting you the power you deserve. The easier, faster way is mentorship from somebody who has a proven roadmap to follow constantly on the cutting edge, people who have actually done it for themselves and multitudes of others. If you want proven results, I have something very special for you. And there's obviously no pressure whatsoever for you to take advantage of it. But it's my job to put it in front of you. And your job is to take it or not. Over the next 5 days, I've set aside some time to talk to you. And I can help you. I can generally do up to about 10 of these a week. I've actually added it to like 15 this week. And I'll talk for roughly 45 minutes and map out an action plan for you to gain confidence, learn to control what you can and cope with what you can't, and use the systems I talked about today to accelerate and amplify your current situation. If you want to build this out hands-on together, and I'm positive that I could actually help you get the results you want quickly, I may invite you to become one of my new clients that I take on. But there's absolutely no guarantee that I'll make that invitation. And of course, zero pressure to do anything if you do. It's totally up to you. Like I mentioned, the woman that I spoke to that said that she wasn't willing to like invest in advertising and marketing. I said, I'd love to help you, but until you make that decision, I don't think we're a good fit. And I said, maybe, you should work with somebody else, because I don't want her failure on my hands. I want success. I want your success. And so we can do it together. And I'm positive I can get you results if you're willing to commit and put in the flight time. Simple as that. Honestly, this could be the most profitable 45 minutes in your entire year. But listen, you have to want it. You have to like actually want this. I find most people want the reward, but not the sacrifice. I can greatly accelerate you, but you must be committed to hitting your targets in your life, or just don't bother. I mean, I told you I was going to be transparent, and I am. I don't want to build you up and say, you get in a call with me and it's going to change your life. It is if you make the decision that you want to change. The system works when you work it. You put in the flight time, physically, mentally, spiritual, and you'll see the results that you could never have imagined. Bottom line, right? Business owners, executives, authors, coaches, and those people who want to make a drastic change in their life. That's who I help. People who know they're meant for something greater than where they are now. That could be you, probably is you. You want the accelerated path. You respect the game and you want to have some skin in the game in order to get fast, incredible results. And you can apply for a call with me. Again, there's no fee for this. mindforcemethod.com/apply. Spaces are limited, and if they fill up, you'll have to go to the next week or when I have actual spots available. But expect available time slots to fill up quickly based on time of day, of the week, etc. You can see there's some real, excuse me. So I was going to say there's some real typos that I have in this document that I have to get taken care of, but you can go to mindforcemethod.com, apply, and you can get a slot. And I think it'll be a great opportunity for you to speak with me. So it's always a good thing to be able to talk to somebody and give you some clarity. If you and I work together, I'd work one-on-one to create the elements that I talked about today and a few more that I didn't have time to mention. It's really impossible to go through everything that is in this method. So obviously there's more to talk about if we get on a call, and I'll cover it. And of course, have some questions. If you're someone I can really know for sure I can help, I'll talk about that. If you're not, I'll give you some ideas and clarity on a plan that you can use to get results that you want in your life and business. If you thought the presentation today was good, you should see what it's like being a client. I will say I'm hard on my clients. There's nothing in the world more important than client results. And I legitimately carry a 90% success rate. And I'll expect you, if you become a client, to have a transformation in as little as 2 weeks. We're going to make a shift immediately. And it's going to work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, it's because you're not putting in the time. I'm going to do everything I can to make it happen for you. That I promise. It's easy to start, but it's hard to optimize your lifestyle and goals. Achievement comes through optimizing, constantly getting better. If you think that you're already the best you can be, then you're on your way back down. because everyone needs to continually optimize, myself included. All of my high performance clients, they come to me because they want to optimize more. Even though they're at a high level, even though most people would look at them and go, oh my God, that person's a winner. That person's high performance. But they want to optimize more. They want to shave some time. They want to be able to create something better. And that's what you need to do as well. Now, let me talk to you about some other options. If you already feel like you're kind of ready and you want to kind of jump into some things even before a call, certainly we can do the call, but I'm going to give you some options that you can take advantage of right away if you so desire. So the first option is the 12-week immersion and inner circle. And essentially this gives you two options. Number one option is 12-week with coaching. You get 3 deep dive coaching sessions with me, as well as 12 months of laser focused coaching, which I'll go into more detail. Actually, you can find more detail on the website below, mindforcemethod.com/12 weeks. That's option one. You also get access immediately to every single product, course, masterclass that I offer. You get everything. And so option number one is $19.97. Covers the entire year with laser coaching and 3 deep dive sessions. Amazing value. And again, mindforcemethod.com, 12 weeks. Option number 2 is 12 weeks self-paced, which means you don't get any of the coaching options outside of email support. And that's $9.97. And again, you also get immediate access to all of the products. You get access to a year of the inner circle and everything that's included there. And so either one of these is an amazing package. Many people go with option number 1. Many people go with option number 2. It really comes down to personal preference, which one you like. Even if you take the 12-week self-paced, once you get involved, if you ever want to pick up some coaching with me, you certainly can do that as well. So that's option number 1 that I think you would enjoy. Number 2 is the Quantum Qigong curriculum. It's $497, and you get 60 days inner circle access. So you're getting all of the Qi program, Quantum Qigong. So you're getting Qi Power Blueprint. You're getting the Advanced Qi video, the Sequence Masterclass, and the Dark Side of Mind Force and Qi Energy. Now, let me just make a mention of the Sequence and the Dark Side. They sell every day for $497 by themselves. So you're getting both of those programs included here. Also with the Advanced Qi video, which sells every day for $249. You're getting Vital Qi, which is really allows you to understand the healing process of Qi, and you're getting everything for $497. And you're getting 60 days inner circle access, which is $99 a month. So you get another $200 in value. And you can get that at mindforcemethod.com/Qigong. Qigong. And you can see that right on the screen there. Your next option is the Hypnotic Influence and Mindset Domination System. And that is with 30 days inner circle access, and that's $297. And you can find that at mindforcemethod.com/hypnotic. And again, this is all the hypnotic domination and influence products that you can get. Now, like I said, if you get the 12-week immersion, either one of those, you get all of this stuff included with it. But I like to have options for those that maybe just want the vital energy stuff, those that just want the mindset domination. You get everything. You get access for $297. It's fantastic training. And you're getting 30 days inner circle access included. Again, that's $99 with 30 days inner circle access. So you get an amazing amount of value at that price. And the last option, which to me, this is a no-brainer for anyone watching this. If you don't have access to the Mind Force Library, you need to get this immediately. And that's Mind Force Library with the Inner Circle. And it's $79 for the digital. And you get all the books, you get all the manuals, you get all the instruction, all the additional audio files. And I'm throwing in 30-day inner game circle access. So you're getting the first 30 days of the inner game, inner circle, which is the same as the other courses. This is a $99 value, and you're getting it included. So essentially, you're getting the books for free to just try out the 30-day inner game, inner circle access. And you can find that at mindforcelibrary.com/MFL. And MFL stands for Mind Force Library. So these are the three options you can take advantage of if you so desire. If you do nothing else, I think this is a great option right here. It gives you easy entry access to learn the system. Of course, the other ones are fantastic as well. And I would love to help you with either one of these, any of these. And what it will cost you on your own. Let me just tell you what that is. Mastering this on your own, seriously, will cost you at a minimum 3 years of your life. And even at that, you might probably not figure out all the stuff that I can teach you in a very short period of time. Now, this is for learning the esoteric power skills I'll teach you. You'll probably run out of energy if you haven't already, trying this and trying that and doing a million things that you just don't know will work. It's trial and error, right? It's taken me 20 years to streamline and simplify the Mind Force method for learning high performance esoteric techniques and then applying them and then teaching it to others. And I had the best mentors in the world, which cost me tens of thousands of dollars over the years. Again, mindforcemethod.com, apply. Set up a call with me. If you have any questions on any of these programs, just set up a free call with me and we'll talk about it. There's no obligation. I'm not going to force you into doing anything, but I'm going to give you clarity on what's the best path for you, whether it's, Mind Force Library or whether it's jumping in to the 12-week immersion, or we'll even talk about my up-level control program, which is even more fine-tuned than that. You need to know not only what is possible, but what is probable for you if you have the right pieces to the puzzle. And that's the bottom line. And hopefully you've gotten a lot of value out of this. I gave you the 3 tectonic shifts. I gave you really all the elements. So the way you got to look at this training is say, okay, I've gone through the 7 days and I'm starting to learn and implement and put into action the 6 powerful laws of the mind, right? And so this has been kind of the wrap up, and I've added into this training and I've given you all these questions. You're going to get the slides. You should be able to see the slides below. And you can take these slides and ask yourself those questions. Do that thinking time and say, what do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish? And can this system get me there? Now, if you have a question, hey, can this get me there? Set up a call and we can talk about it. And we'll go into your situation. All calls are held in close secrecy. Nobody else gets to hear those calls unless you say, I'd love to share this with people outside of that. And you can get the clarity that you need in your life. Or if you want to take one of those options, feel free. I think you can find on the page, I have listed all the links to those options. So if you want one of those options, feel free to jump on. I'm here to help you. Any questions you have, you can email me or set up a call. I'm here to help you. Again, whichever way you want to go, doesn't matter to me. I want to get the best results for you and what fits best with the way you work. That's the bottom line. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. Also, here's the other thing. I'm going to be hitting you up in a couple days. I want your testimonial. I want your feedback on the 7 days, because I want to know if you enjoyed the 7 days, if you got the results, or you're on your way to getting the results you want. I really want to know that. Okay. I want your feedback. And if you do that, I'll send you something special. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to send you something special. Book a call with me and I'll give you some extra time putting some things together. I shouldn't have to give you something in order for you to do the testimonial, because it should be something you want to do because I've provided value for you. If I haven't provided value, just send me a quick note and say it sucked or whatever, and I'll accept that. But if you got value out of this, I want to hear your testimonial. Please share it with me. If you want to do it by video, that's even better. I would love to hear what you're thinking, because you know what? This 7-day, I've done it before, and I got feedback from it the first time I did it, and I'll make it better every time that I do it. And that's my hope and goal, is that if I do recreate this again, whenever, I want to make it better for the next person. And so please give me your feedback. Any questions you have, let me know. You can apply, and have a fantastic day. So long.